Since I was a little girl, I had an obsession with Egypt. Well, kinda. I kept yapping on and on about how I would like to visit those old architectures, the temples. I had such a deep connection to it, to the point where my parents were like, okay, let's go. So we went. And that was many years ago. I was a teenager and we did visit some temples. And I was there going through this huge place and I did indeed feel a connection. It felt like a second home, and it was a bunch of feelings, happy feelings. Now you're probably like, okay girl, that's nice, good for you, but why are you telling me this today? Because it is time for you to remember we all had past lives, dear treasures. Whether you're a new soul and you only had maybe 5 or 10 incarnations, or you are an older soul like me and many others, and you had hundreds, thousands of incarnations, maybe not only on this planet, but also on other planets, for example, like me. I am a so-called star seed. Who is a star seed? A star seed is a seed / a soul who has lived on different planets, who is not from Earth originally. That's why it's a star seed. To see that on another planet, can be out of the solar system, can be in our galaxy, therefore, or even a soul who comes from another galaxy, or even another universe, which is called a parallel dimension. But this is very real, and we all had many past lives, more or less. And I'm sharing this with you today, not only because there is a beauty in remembering, but also because now is really the time to do so, because many of us have been / are still living in a state of fight or flight, and a state of stress, which is understandable in those toxic systems that were created purposefully for us to go into such a state of stress. We're not really living, but the traumas we're dealing with often are not only from this lifetime, and this knowledge has been purposefully withheld from us. And this is an issue. When you remember this knowledge, you can remember certain parts of your past lives, or you remember that now you can integrate those memories, this knowledge, to understand why you are a certain way, why you have certain issues. And this is huge, because now, as you can probably understand, it will help you tremendously to heal, to finally process those weird feelings / issues you're having mentally, even physically, and be able to let go of them and finally heal. Very often the trauma we're experiencing, there are certain maybe issues, insecurities, fears, right, anxieties. Usually it's those that seem to have appeared out of nowhere. Usually it's those that are having such a big impact on you that you procrastinate maybe for months or years even, that you have unknown fears and you just don't know where they came from, or it seems like those fears / issues are harder to heal / get rid of than others. And anything maybe you tried so far didn't really work, and it seems like you're stuck AF. And it seems like you just cannot get out of it. And those, in my opinion and experience, are the ones that are not only from this lifetime. Because maybe, shit happened to you in this life, whether it's in your childhood, teenage, as an adult, and you are having traumas to heal. But you're looking at someone else and maybe they went through more, even though we should never compare, but it seems like they went through more, but you still seem so stuck, and it seems like you have bigger issues though. Why is that? Well, do you know maybe that in your past life you were this emperor who was heavily betrayed and then, slaughtered at the end, horrifically hurt, and who knows what, right? You will know what. And this betrayal is still lingering in you. And now you have issues connecting to people. You cannot seem to keep platonic or romantic relationships because you just cannot seem to trust people. And then through meditation, you see pieces of your past life and mind is blown. Now it all comes together and the puzzle is now well put, and you realize, oh wow, those are fragments of a past life. Oh wow, now I understand why I feel some type of way towards everyone. You find out, oh, you have star family on, I don't know, in the Pleiades, for example, or Alpha Centauri, or somewhere in Andromeda. You came here on a mission. That's why you always love to look up the sky, fellow star seeds. You always felt like you're an alien, you're an outsider, you never fit in. Oh, you also had past lives in Atlantis. That's why you love crystals. You like to work with crystals. You like anything that glistens and shines to your treasures. Wow. You find out some, I don't know, hundreds, thousands of years ago, you have had a life as a whale, maybe even, because you're from this planet. And every soul has to evolve. So first we are plants, then we are animals, then we are humans, and you find all of this whole thing. Now everything is slowly making sense. Well, I could continue on bringing examples, but you understood the message. This is why the treasures. There is a dark side and a light side to this when we start to remember and integrate those fractals of ourselves. The beauty, as you already have felt now, you are excited, you're happy, but also there will be dark memories, possibly, that will explain to you why, you will understand why you feel the way you feel, why you are traumatized, why some issues you're facing mentally or even physically seem to be harder to get rid of than others. You will understand finally and get behind this heaviness. And it's important to welcome the dark and the light, no matter how heavy it is, how painful. Because now you have the opportunity to welcome it, to heal. And as you will finally process this pain and beauty, you have the opportunity to finally then also let it go, let it out. And this energy will exit your body. Maybe you had physical issues, your mind, your energy fields. That was a sound right there, right now. Confirmation, probably didn't hear it, the camera didn't pick it up, but that was a sound. And you can then finally move on and reach your goals that you have for this lifetime, because I'm getting emotional, the treasure. I'm speaking from experience. It has been really, really hard sometimes. But if you're watching this, I think you are someone like me. And I think that you know. And if you don't know, then listen very carefully to what I'm saying now. Deep within you, you know, you are aware that you deserve it. You are worthy of it all. Whatever you imagined, you're not delusional. It's probably because that's what you're going to reach. That's what you deserve. That's your mission for this lifetime. But we must extend this hand to ourselves. We must help ourselves, because this is the journey of remembering. This is the journey of our own evolution. This is the mission the treasures we chose to have. So you chose it as a soul because you knew you'll handle it. Now have the courage to do so. Most important thing is no fear, the treasures. No fear. It is really the time now. There is a lot happening. I know there is a chaos worldwide. But the most important thing you should do is still focus on your own chaos. Because when you learn to manage/handle your own chaos within here, within whatever happens outside of you will have a way smaller impact on your mental/physical health, on your energy fields. And please remember that you cannot pour out of an empty cup. I feel for a fact many of you had to hear that. My beautiful treasure, if you want to show me support, please like and share this video. Hype it up. Subscribe to my channel. I also have an Instagram, check it out, as well as a TikTok and X, formerly known as Twitter. And if you want to financially support my work channel, you can donate via PayPal. And thank you for that. And thank you all, beautiful treasures, truly, for all of your engagement. I appreciate it all equally. And I wish you a wonderful day filled with high vibes, love, and a bunch of healing. Let's do this, dear treasures, shall we? Whenever you're watching this, is the right time. We are the collective, the treasures. We are here on our missions. We have to do our part, and it all starts with you. Change starts with you.